The other day, I bought one of these, and no, it's not a pen. Hello guys, and welcome to Matt's Beamer. So, the thing I bought the other day is actually a brake fluid tester. Why do you need to check the quality of your brake fluid? Brake fluid is a hygroscopic type of fluid, which basically means it is very sensitive and absorbs moisture, which is not good, especially on a braking system. Why is it bad news? Well, brake fluid on the car has a very high boiling point, which is very important in the braking system because the brakes get very hot. The wet boiling point of DOP4 is 155 Celsius. The boiling point of normal water, just water in general, is 100 degrees Celsius. So if you have moisture in the brake fluid, it will lower the boiling point of the brake fluid, which isn't good, because if your brakes get too hot and the fluid boils at a much lower temperature, sorry I can't speak, the brakes will fade or may even not work altogether. So make sure you check your brake fluid, it's very important. There you are. Oh yes, so I forgot to tell you, if you have moisture in your brake lines, it means it may start rusting inside. And rust in a brake line is not ideal because it will create holes from the inside out. Bear that in mind. The tool. So here's my one here. It's made by a company, I believe, called Rose. I don't know how it's pronounced. It's ROHS. And I'm not going to recommend it because there are so many on the market and I haven't actually used this yet, okay? But it was quite cheap and I'm guessing it was made in China, even though it has lots of German and British writing on it. How to check the brake fluid. Here is a close-up look at the tester. First of all, ROHS isn't the brand. It's to show that this tool is Restriction of Hazardous Substances Directive compliant. Silly me. That was a tongue twister. To the left, you will see information about what the lights mean. Pause now to see it in detail. And here are the lights. Firstly, find the location of the brake fluid reservoir. For this car, I had to undo these three nuts slightly and unclip it to be able to remove the cover. Now you will see the reservoir. You will see on top of this reservoir this symbol, or it may have some writing on the lid to say what's inside. It's very obvious. Next, get some old cloth or some old towels and wrap around the brake reservoir. This is to protect the paintwork from brake fluid. It's very corrosive. Whilst on this topic, make sure that you wear rubber style gloves and eye protection to protect your eyes and skin. Don't be foolish like me. Now, remove the lid from the reservoir and check the condition of it and put it somewhere safe and clean. If it is bad, change it. Otherwise, your fluid will quickly absorb moisture from the outside world. Next, if your car has a filter inside, remove it and place it somewhere safe and clean. On this car, I had to use a screwdriver to remove it, and it was a pain in the bum. Next, turn on the brake fluid tester. Now, put the two metal prongs into the brake fluid and observe the lights to tell you the reading. As you can see, I have one green light and two yellow lights, which means I have about 2% water in my brake fluid. When it's at 2%, you should replace the brake fluid. 3% means that you need to change your brake fluid. And 4% means it's very important to change your brake fluid now, as it's very dangerous. When you have finished with your tester, make sure you rinse it with clean water to stop damage happening to the tool, and remember to put the lid back on. When you have finished the test, refit the filter and the lid. And also make sure you remove all the cloths and whatever you use to protect the paintwork or the engine bay. And once done that, refit the covers on top. There's going to be a video on how to change the brake fluid on a F20 BMW 1 Series. If you're interested in that, please like, share and subscribe, and yeah, hit the bell notification video. Thank you so much and take care. Goodbye.